Hello children, Sairam, get ready for English grammar. Okay, and our topic is verbs and their uses. Okay, this is the part 1. Now children, we very much know what is verb, right? What it is? Verbs, words that show an action, right? They are also called as doing words. For example, walking, talking, running, right? All these words, they show some action. That is why they are called as action verbs, right? So these are the verbs. Now, most of us, we think that the work of verb is only to show the action. Okay, we use verb only to show the action, but it is not so. Okay, so let's see which are the other functions or uses that the verb has. Ready? Okay, so the first is some verbs express actions. Like we all know, right? I swim very well. My father bought a car. So here, swim and bought, they are the action words, right? So here they are the verbs which express, shows actions. Okay, then what is the other function? The different forms of verb to be tell us what a noun is. Example, I am a boy. Saroj is a brave girl. Okay, now here you can see that the highlighted words am, is, what are they? They are the to be form of verb, right? So here they tell us what a noun is. I am a boy. Saroj is a brave girl. So they are telling us what a noun is. Okay. So that is the function, use of verb. The other one is the different forms of the verb have, show, position or belonging. Like example here, Raj has many powerful friends. We have a farmhouse in Badlapur. My friend had 2 dogs last year. Okay, they show us these highlighted words, has, have, had. Okay, so what is their work? They show position, to whom it belongs. Raj has, we have, my friend had. Got it? Then the verbs to be, have and do can be used as main verbs or as helping verbs. Okay, the verbs to be. Like for example, we can have is, was, are, right? They are the to be words. And then the have, has, had and do, the action words. Okay, now they can be used either as main verb or as helping verbs. Now let's understand this with the help of this example. Now the first sentence, Renu is an intelligent girl. Okay, now here the verb is. What it is? It is the main verb. Okay, we can find no other verb in this sentence. Renu is an intelligent girl. So is verb, right? And here we do not find any other verb. So it is the one and only one. So it is called as the main verb. There is no other verb. But in the second sentence, children, you can see here, Sia is going to school. Is a verb. Going is also a verb, right? So we have 2 verbs here. Now here is helping the other verb, going, to form a correct grammatical sentence, right? So is going, is becomes here the helping verb. Followed? Can you see here again? Renu is an intelligent girl. Here is, there is no other verb. Is the only one, so it is the main verb to form a sentence, right? We know that we cannot form a sentence without verb, right? So here Renu is, is the main verb, whereas in the second sentence, is going we have, right? Sia is going, so we cannot form a sentence with Sia is to school, Sia going to school. it doesn't make any doesn't make complete sentence, right? And complete sensible sentence actually. So we take help of helping verb to form a correct grammatical sentence. Okay, so that is why here we can say is the helping verb. Okay, so the helping verbs are very much important in a sentence. Follow, children? Helping verbs are needed. Why? To form the grammatical structure, correct structure of a sentence. Especially to form tenses. Okay, so on their own, helping verbs do not tell us very much. But however, they help. That is why they are called as helping verb. They help the main verb which carries the real meaning. Okay, so that is the work of helping verbs. Follow, children, till here? Okay. Now, here we are going to do the exercise. Complete each sentence with the verbs given below. Okay, so in your book you can see the in the box verbs are given. Okay, is, are, was, were, had, has, have, do, does, did. Now we are going to use these verbs in the sentences which are given below in your book. Okay, are you ready for that? Okay, now here it goes. The first sentence. There is a beautiful garden in front of my house. So the answer is. Okay, there is a beautiful garden. It is there. And we are talking about garden is there. So there is a beautiful garden in front of my house. Okay, now depending on the sentence, we have to select the correct option. When did the college reopen? Okay, remember when we did the tenses, we cannot have two past tense in one single sentences, right? So here, when we are asking the question 2, when did is the past tense, right? When did the college reopen? So we do not have ed here. So when did the college reopen? Third one, he has just gone out. Answer is has. He has. Fourth one, I have cut my finger. I have. Answer is have. We were watching television all the evening. We were, we, right? It is a plural. So we were watching television all the evening. We should do our homework regularly. We should do. Seventh one, I had seen him last 5 years before. Past tense. I had seen him. Followed? Okay. Now the eighth one. Raja does his work in no time. Does. The ninth one. Manju and Tara are good friends. Right? Two are there. Manju and Tara. So are good friends. My father was upset when he saw my result. My father was upset, past tense, when he saw my result. Got it? Now children, this is a totally different and a new topic for you all. Subject verb agreement. Okay, so just pay attention to whatever I am saying. Okay, now subject verb agreement means what? The subject and the verb in a sentence must agree in number, either singular or plural. Now we know that in a sentence we have subject, verb and predicate, right? So we cannot have a sentence without all these. So we have the subject and the verb also, and this subject which is there in the sentence and the verb, they must agree in number. That means they should go together. Okay, either singular or plural. Singular verb or plural verb we can take. Now how to do that? Let's try to understand this subject verb agreement with this example. Now here the example says, the lion lives in a jungle. Now this is a rule, children. Okay, so you have to keep it in your mind whenever we are doing the verbs. Okay, these rules you have to keep it in your mind. Do not forget them. They are very important. Okay, so the lion lives in a jungle. The lion is what? Subject, right? And lives is the verb. Now the subject verb agreement comes here. Okay, subject is what? Lion. Lion is singular or plural noun? The lion. We are talking about one. So it is singular. Okay. So now when singular noun is there, singular subject is there, we have to take singular verb only. Okay. So lives is a verb and lives is a singular verb. Okay. Singular verb, here you can see. The lion is singular and lives is singular. So whenever your subject is singular, you are going to use singular verb. Followed? So when the subject of a sentence is singular, the verb also should be in a singular. Okay. And now here, the second sentence. The horses live in a stable. The horses is a subject and live is verb. So the subject is what? Our plural. Okay, our subject is plural. Horses, many horses, right? So the verb it will have will be plural. Okay, means what? So when the subject of a sentence is in plural, the verb also should be in plural. Okay, now this is in case of the third form. The lion, the horses, when all these things are coming, we are using this rule. Okay, and children, one thing I think you know that verbs do not form their plurals by adding s like nouns, right? How the nouns become plural? We just add s, so it becomes plural. Horse, horses, lion, lions. This is not the case with the verbs. Okay, so here for our singular we have s, we add s. Okay, when we want to have the singular plural singular verb, we have s here, and when it is plural we remove the s. Okay, usually. So this thing you have to keep in mind. What? When the subject of a sentence is singular, the verb also should be in singular, and when the subject of a sentence is in plural, verb also should be in plural. Then this is what we learned now. Singular subject will have singular verb and plural subject will have plural verb. Okay, don't forget, these are the rules. So you just cannot change them anyhow. Okay, now the other rule. Singular pronouns I and you do not make use of singular verb forms. Right? Our first rule, it said that singular means singular verb, plural, plural verb. But here in case of the singular pronouns like I and you do not make use of singular verb forms. Okay, so though they are singular, we use here plural verbs. I write, you write, I sing, you sing. Follow, children? So just don't forget this. Okay, they are the exceptions here. Followed? Okay. Now, uncountable nouns take singular verb form. For example, food gives energy. Uncountable noun. Now food is uncountable noun, right? So whenever uncountable noun is there, we take what? We take the singular verb. Okay, so here food gives energy. Now here, two or more subjects joined by and always take a plural verb. Okay, example, Reena and Meena are friends. Right? Reena and Meena, they are two. Right? So, and they are joined by what? And. So, when like this it will come, you will always take a plural verb. but it is not so always, children. Okay, and you will learn about it in when we'll be doing our exercise. I'll tell you for a few more things about this. Okay, two or more subject joined by and, what we are supposed to do. Okay, so it is not always, but most of the times when two or more subjects are joined by and, they take a plural verb. Followed? Okay. Now, the verb had is used with singular as well as plural subjects. Okay, so we can use had both as singular or as plural subject. Okay, so like Vicky had a fall, they had a problem. Vicky is singular, still we had here. They, plural, we have had. So had, which is the past tense, okay, of the verb. So here we will have had as singular as well as plural. Followed? Okay, now next. Okay, fine. So here we'll start with the exercise. Underline the subject and tick the correct verb in each sentence. Okay, so now here fine. So underline the subject. So what is our work first? First we'll underline the subject. And then what we have to do? Tick the correct verb in each sentence. So the first one is Nikita wants to travel to Europe. Now about whom we are talking here? Underline the subject. Nikita, right? So we are going to underline what? Nikita. Now which is the correct verb here? Nikita wants, right? Remember, singular should go together. So Nikita is singular subject. So wants, S is added right here. So it is a singular verb. Followed? Next. A student who is late to school is or are sent home. Now here which is the subject? A student, right? And then what will be the verb? Is, singular, right? The flowers in the garden needs to be watered. So here our subject is the flowers, and what will be the verb here? It will be need, right? The flowers, plural. So we'll have the plural verb form. Got it? Okay. Now again, fourth one. The people in my neighborhood are very helpful. Now we are talking about whom? The people in my neighborhood. Okay? Are very helpful. So here what is the subject? We are talking about the people in my neighborhood. Okay? So each one is counted here. So it becomes what? Plural. So verb will be are, right? The people in my neighborhood are very helpful. Fifth one. A few branches of the neem tree in my garden breaks when there is a storm. Okay, so we are talking about what? Few branches of the neem tree in my garden. What will come? Break, right? Few branches. We are talking about branches. So, plural. So, our verb also will be plural. So, it is break. Got it? Okay, now the next exercise. Fill in the blanks with a verb in agreement with its subject. So, the rules which I told you have to keep it in mind. Okay, and we have to follow them here now. Let's see. The public is requested not to walk on the grass. The public is requested. Here the public is taken as one thing, right? Okay, so the public is requested not to walk on the grass. There are many objections to such a plan. There are many objections, right? Many objections. So it is plural. So we have here are. There are many objections. Now the third one, the jury were divided in their opinions. Okay, were. Now the jury, again it is a one thing only, but why were is there? Because here you can see in the sentence, divided in their opinions, means each one is counted here. Followed, children? So, though it is a collective noun, right? The jury. Many people coming together, and there we are making them as, we are calling them as the jury. And we are counting each and everyone's opinion. Okay, every person's opinion is counted here. So that is why we are taking it as what? The jury were. Okay, so what we can say, like when the collective nouns are there, or the group nouns they are also called as. Okay, so whenever group nouns are there, okay, like the committee, jury, or the army, followed, when all these collective nouns are there, okay, the verb agreement says that they are followed by singular verbs. Okay, when the group is thought of as single unit. But when individual members, each and every member of that group are thought of, are taken into consideration, the plural verb is used. Okay, now the jury is one. Okay, but we are talking about their each and every member's opinion. So because of this, we are taking it as what? We are taking them as what? Individual, right? Or a group. Here we are taking them as what? We are considering their opinion, each and every one. That is why we have the jury were divided in their opinions. Followed? Why is not here and why were is here? The jury were. They are taken as what? Collective nouns, right? They are the group nouns. So they are followed by singular verb. But here we are taking them as individual group, individual member of the group. So that is why we are taking the plural, taking it as plural verb. So we have the jury were divided in their opinions. Okay, so don't forget this. The fourth one, which one of the umbrella is yours? Which one? We are talking about, there are many, and from that one, we are talking about one. Which one of the umbrella is yours? Okay, the fifth one. The cost of all these articles has risen. The cost, we are talking about cost. Okay, so that is why we have has here. Singular. No news is good news. Okay, news. Again, we have news. It's a singular one. So, no news is good news. Not one of the 5 boys was present then. Now, not one, though 5 are there. So, you will say 5 means it is a plural. But we are talking about each one of them. So, was present then. Now, the 8th one, bread and milk was his only food. Now, here children, remember I said we'll learn about and when two subjects are joined with and. Now, this is the other option. Okay, like bread and milk was his only food. Why not singular here or plural here? Why it is so? Remember the rule, children? Which one we are talking about here? 2 or more subjects when joined by and, they always take a plural verb, right? But here we have not taken. Why? Because we are taking bread and milk as one unit, one thing. Okay? So bread and milk was. That is why we are using here singular. Was his only food. Followed here? Okay? Oh, fine. Now, 9th one. Mathematics is a branch of study in every school. Mathematics is one subject, right? So, is a branch. Parliament has elected its speaker. Parliament, again it is one. So, singular. Verb will be there. So, say Parliament has elected its speaker. Got it? Okay, so just go through the video again and again to get clear idea of the verb agreement. Okay, the subject verb agreement, don't forget them. Okay, and do complete your book also. Okay, so bye for now. Let's meet in the next session.